Hello, everyone,
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to this webinar.
and welcome. Today, we have on our hands Seidat live demo. First, before we start introducing each other, I'm going to ask you to please mute your microphone if you're not talking and close your camera if you don't want to be shown on the recording. If you want, you can ask questions and you can even open your microphone and ask them out loud. But just be aware we have a recording going on.
And I'm strongly encouraging you to ask questions because we really want to make these webinars for you. We don't want to pitch. We really want to help you to learn more about our product and understand, is it a good tool for you?
Exactly. But all right, I think we should begin by introducing ourselves so you guys know who you're talking with. Tim, ladies first. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
You go first.
Okay, yeah. Let me start from myself. So my name is Tim Babkin. I'm taking care of international sales at Seidat. I have background, maybe not the most typical. I used to be a professional basketball player for many years, and now many things has changed, and now I do sales in Seidat. And maybe Emma could tell more about herself.
Yes, perfect. My name is Ojapuska. I work here at Seidat as a customer success manager. And basically, I am the one who takes care of all customers. I make sure that you guys, if you buy something from Tim, I make sure that you really are happy with your decision. And I try to always listen to our customers and hear what you want more. And then we will develop Seidat even further according to your wishes. All right, I think that's enough about us, unless you're very interested in us personally. But I think we're all here to hear more about Seidat. So we can go through the agenda first. We're going to start first by telling you in a nutshell what Seidat is, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. We all know in a big picture what you can do with Seidat. After that, we're going to go through questions people sent us already beforehand. So Tim will answer, and then we will listen to your questions. So what we hope here is that all of you ask some questions. Please put me and Tim in a tough spot, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah, we love tough questions, so don't be shy.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, Tim, if you want to give us your sales pitch, so tell us what Seidat is in a nutshell.
Yeah, maybe I will start actually from a bit different angle. You can see on your screens, here is QR code. So I believe every one of you have a mobile phone next to you. So please open your camera, scan this QR code or follow it. The same presentation will get open on your phone and put it in horizontal position. And the reason why I ask for that, because we want to show to you that Seidat works not in the most typical way always. So it's very flexible tool. Depends on your situations. Are you on online meeting? Are you face-to-face meeting, or maybe you're in a hybrid meeting, what happens quite often. So please take your phone, scan the QR code. I will give you a couple of seconds for that, and then I will tell you what Seidat is in a nutshell.
This is exactly how it should look like on your phones too. All right.
All right. I believe you guys managed. So yeah, what Seidat is in a nutshell. Seidat is a cloud-based presentation platform for sales and marketing teams. What we do, we help sales and marketing teams to reach their goals via smart sales presentations. It's really brief, 2 sentences, but we'll open up this a bit more into details during this webinar. Yeah, so basically, Seidat covers the whole life cycle of your materials from the moment when you decide to create them totally from scratch, or you already have your existing PowerPoints and you want to continue using, maybe you're happy how they look, for example. So you can import them to Seidat and continue use as a Seidat presentation. You can present, for example, the way how you see on your screen through old school screen share, or are you, for example, sitting during the lunch with your potential customer, like your prospect, and you want to actually support your conversation via visual materials, like try to help your customer to learn more about your product. So basically, you can just show your QR code the way how we did for you. Just, for example, from your phone, a customer will get presentation on phone on his on screen of his phone, and you can control what the customer see on the screen. You can also share materials, just simply copy pasting the link of presentation and sharing it everywhere where you want through all channels. Do you want it will be email, LinkedIn message, SMS, WhatsApp, or you want to create QR code and, for example, use it on exhibition, giving some handouts to your potential customers, someone who's interested about your company. You can also analyze performance of your materials from simple but yet powerful feature when you'll be able to follow is your presentation open. And it's not only about is it open like in your CRM, is link clicked to or your email open, but it actually shows even if QR code is open. And it's like, again, across all the platforms. So you don't have to worry that there will be some kind of how it's open happens in CRM, like you getting some 25 times email open. So you will not see something like that in Seidat. And you can also analyze the way how your materials are performing. For example, if you want to get a bit more deep understanding, like is there some slide where your customer is quitting your presentation material, like but it's basically bottleneck of your sales material. You can also create proposal and assign them directly on Seidat. And your proposal wouldn't be just a boring A4 document with many letters, but it will be actually selling proposal. It will help you to close the deal. And of course, it's very important. You can collaborate with your colleagues in using materials. So you don't have to double do the same job what your colleague done before. You can just reuse materials or part of it. And again, sales and marketing, I'm kind of sometimes joking on meetings that we make sales and marketing people friends again. So I believe like if marketing people are here, they know it's a pain when salespeople are messing their presentation materials. So we're helping to avoid that. Okay, now let's go further. So yeah, again, Seidat can be used in all platforms, and you can have all your materials in the same place. You don't have to worry that you can't find it in your shared drive somewhere. So everything in the same place, and it's very easy to access. All you need is only internet connection. It works in all platforms, in all devices, no need for any downloads. So again, just internet connection or even without it. Maybe we don't jump too deep into that, but if you're curious about it, please ask questions and we'll explain how it works. And Seidat is also a part of your sales and marketing ecosystem, which means that Seidat can be connected with many different apps and to eliminate your manual work or to provide you with some very interesting insights, for example, when it works together with analytical tools. Yeah, well, this is Seidat in a nutshell. I don't know, was it brief, but this is how it is.
I think it was, yes.
Yeah, and we can go forward. So.
Yeah. All right, so then we're gonna go through the questions some of you guys sent us beforehand. If you have any questions in mind, you can already type them in the chat. It is open, and we will go through them right after these questions. But all right, Tim. First questions that we got, I think this is
a tough one.
Yeah, I think it is something that you hear quite often when you're talking with prospects. But question is, why is Seidat better than PowerPoint?
Okay, yeah, it's really interesting question, and I have probably interesting answer to it. So yeah, when customer asks me that, I actually don't answer, but I am asking one more question. And this question is like, Emma, if you would be my customer, I would ask from you. So, Emma, how do you think, is Volkswagen a reliable car?
Absolutely, I've had one for 8 years now.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, it's a really good car. Like you can really, it's a safe car. You can drive, you can go to store, you can pick up your kids from school, you can go for camping, or even move your apartment if you have.
I've done that with my Volkswagen, yes.
Yeah, exactly. But if you would be a professional racer, would you use this car on actually a race?
Most likely, I would not.
Exactly. The same thing works with PowerPoint and Seidat. PowerPoint is pretty good tool, but it wasn't created for sales. But Seidat is a tool that helps to save your time and solve sales problems and try to help you, not try, but help you to close more deals. So actually, we are concentrating on your sales and marketing needs. And this is very important because we are developing our tool based on what you need on your daily life to achieve your goals. Okay, I don't know, was it a good question? And if you have more or maybe some follow-up question, please feel free to chat or unmute yourself and ask.
I also want to hear if one of you thinks that Volkswagen would be a good race car.
Yeah, like I know there is
I
some
don't
friends.
know. Maybe.
I
But, yeah.
I actually was asking before, is Saab a good car? But then I end up on the meeting with one Saab lover, and he got
Yeah.
really offended because of that. So,
Maybe let's leave Saab out of this. I think Volkswagen is
yeah.
great enough example on
Yes.
this. All right. The second question that we got beforehand was, why should I buy Seidat? I'm not. It wasn't from me the question, so I don't know who is the person or what kind of company he or
Yeah.
she comes from. But just in general, why should I buy Seidat?
Well, it's actually also quite often happens on sales meeting, and I maybe also sometimes ask the question: is time is a valuable resource for your team?
Yes.
So if time is a valuable resource for your team, you definitely have to try Seidat, because it's made for save your time on material management and actually to shorten your sales process, because you're getting things in your hands that are actually helping you to run your sales much faster, basically by knowing getting valuable analytics inside of you, like reusing materials, makes them more interactive and help your customer to buy and you to sell.
Well, I think that was an excellent reason to buy.
Well, I believe so.
Third question that we got is that how can I see the benefits of Seidat on daily basis on my sales team?
Well, I believe, also I believe, but that's what our customer tells, that like they see increase on closed deals with less effort spent. So I believe sales is quite much about metrics, and when you start to use it, you will see it quite soon, because like your salespeople will less mess with presentation materials, and for quite many companies, a big pain, but they will have more time actually to sell. And since sales process can get shorter when your communication is better with your customer, you will close deals more in shorter term. So basically, you reach your sales goals or overreach in spending less time and effort on that. I think it's a good stuff, and I believe that it's you as a sales team or marketing team, you benefit same way as our customer benefit from Seidat.
That is absolutely correct. All right.
Yeah, maybe we can ask, like, is there any questions? Alexander, Lina, Amy, or Ina, please unmute yourself and ask.
Or type the questions if
type.
you're scared to talk. That's also fine. I didn't know that Tim would be pointing out people's names, but I think that is also a good way to make you guys ask the tough questions from us, which we really want. All right. I think this was called live demo. So
Okay, yeah.
I think we should also really move to Seidat and demo the platform. So you will show how Seidat is working.
Yeah.
And
Let me just do one action. I will stop sharing my presentation and jump to screen sharing to show the platform.
But all right, how we're gonna go through this is that we're first gonna just simply go through how Tim is using Seidat in his sales process. So then most of you most likely will get an idea what it is to use Seidat on daily basis. You have now heard what Seidat is in a nutshell. You understand maybe the value or the benefits, or at least try to understand them. But as this is a demo, we're gonna demo.
We're gonna put our hands dirty.
Yes, we're gonna push the buttons in Seidat, and you will see how everything works. First of all, Tim, when you start using Seidat on whatever time of the day for whatever reason, how do you find the presentations from Seidat?
Yeah, it's pretty simple and easy way, and this is actually like, especially for larger organizations, it's like really key thing, because like it's so big mess when you can't find relevant material. But I say that it's pretty simple. So when you just open your dashboard, that's what you see at this moment. You see tags. You can see here I have a couple of tags pinned. It's called Team, English, Finnish, Proposal, Sales, and Emma. So I think it's pretty intuitive to understand like what's actually it's about. So what I do, if I really want to filter out my presentations, I click like, and you can see like I have some amount of presentations here. So what I do, I click Team. And I filter out only presentations which are actually related to me, which I use. It could be some templates or some already existing presentations what I've shared with my customers, like whatever has tag team, which I put there. So it helps me to find materials quite fast. If, for example, I want to find all proposals, I click proposals, and here proposals. If I want to find English proposals on English language, I just click tag English, and here we are. I have proposals templates or proposals that I created which have English language. So as simple as that. You don't have to go to many different folders and find where is the actual presentation. Or you can also do, you can put to the search, for example, offer, and you have your offer next to you. So pretty simple and intuitive, and you can create many different tags, depends on the topic of materials that you have in your daily use.
Yes, I can tell a little secret here. We have over 10,000 presentations in our Seidat theme that we have been using, and every day I only see the presentations that I really use. So you shouldn't be scared that, okay, all the material is in one place. I have my offers there. I have my marketing material. Doesn't matter. Once you start using tags, it's very easy to only see material that is relevant to you specifically. But all right, you have now found all your presentations. And then how do you do it then? What do you do with the presentations? You have them there and then just, I guess you share them or?
Yeah, I share, like if, of course, like every one of us sharing presentations, it depends of your stage of your sales cycle. Sometimes it's like you're sending it on LinkedIn to your prospect, and you want to catch the interest of your prospect, like to actually meet with you, convert this interest into the meeting. Or you share presentation during the meeting when you run actual sales meeting, or you share after the meeting. So in all these ways, you have to share some information. So we say that it's pretty easy. So let's say I want to send, for example, this presentation for company X. So what I do, I just click this link, what will take me to a board where we will have, I think we have some Wi-Fi overloaded. Yeah, here it is. So I just create link to my presentation. And okay, like I will show, like here is a presentation. It's very short. It's probably my teaser on LinkedIn, where I can actually tell to customer like very briefly about my product. So yeah, I create link, and I can create many links, as many as I want. For example, to every link I can give name. For example, company XYZ shared 2nd of October. Here we are. Another link, it would be company TYU shared some other day. So it's very easy to follow because you can also see when you share your materials, for example, like let's say you share it as a teaser on LinkedIn. What you do, you also put notification. So if I want to get notification about when this presentation was open, I just add myself here, update notification settings. So now when this potential customer QYZ will click my presentation on LinkedIn, I'll get notification that this customer, for example, let's say it's Jaakko. Jaakko opened my material. So what I do, I just pick up my phone maybe in 20 minutes and call to Jaakko and say, or like write on LinkedIn, Jaakko, did you have time to check my materials?
I know you did.
And well, maybe I say, I don't say right away, I know you did, but maybe Jaakko then soon will know. Actually, this is one of the very important features in Seidat. So you can easily follow when it was open, or like if Jaakko opened several times, maybe reshared, like showed presentation to colleagues, I would be able to know about that. So like I always know, is Jaakko interested? Just simply see like maybe Jaakko opened it 5 times over the day. So maybe really Jaakko is excited about what I'm offering. And or Jaakko didn't open it at all. Maybe I have to send follow-up. It same works in LinkedIn, email, SMS, wherever you share your presentation. And like there is quite many settings. I will not go too deep. Like for example, I can make some expirational date. I can set up presentations, how they will be autoplayed, and many different things. Yeah, but I think that in this presentation exactly, I don't have calendar, but I actually something like what I really want to show is, let me find that where I have presentation with my calendar. Emma, do you remember which one?
I actually have it embedded here, so you can.
Yeah. Actually, you can just send it to me, or you can also share it to our audience.
Yes.
So basically, when Emma now shared presentation with you on chat, what you will see is when you click it, you will see my calendar. And actually, you will be able to book meeting with me right away. It's not just a screen share, it's a part of my presentation, it's a slide. So you can now try yourself. You click time, and it works like you can, if you use some service like Calendly or many other, in this case, it's you can book me. We don't have any corporations, no worries. Not gonna sell them. But you can just embed it, simply click, making a couple of clicks. Just copy pasting a link to your calendar to say that presentation, and it's here.
I have the same. I even have a different calendar provider, so to say. I use Usercom, but it works exactly the same way. And what I have on my slides is that I have also included these hotspots. So hotspots basically mean buttons that have hyperlinks. So for example, normally you would say, click here to go to our website, or here's my LinkedIn or whatever. In Seidat, we have hotspots, and they work so that here you can see that it's my LinkedIn here on the logo. If I click it, it will take me directly to my LinkedIn page. And I have some advanced features here. I don't know if Tim even knows about this.
Maybe something we learned from you.
Yes, exactly. With hotspots, you can also have your phone number and email as a button. So if I would click Ojapuska, Seidat.com, it will immediately open. It will open the email that I use. For me, it's Gmail, and Ojapuska will be the one who is receiving the email. And if I click on the phone number, it will. If I open it with the computer, it will ask me, do I want to open my iPhone so I can call? But if you're opening the presentation with your phone, you can easily just call the sales guy.
And no need to copy paste.
No need to copy paste anywhere. So I don't know if
why do you say it to me? Okay.
I don't know if you use it, but I do.
Yeah, like sometimes like I will actually take Emma's phone and give it as example. Sometimes I tell to customers, this is Seidat. This phone is Seidat. So for one customer, Seidat is like that. For another one, it's like that. For third one, it's like that. So Seidat is really adaptive tool, depends on your needs of your sales process. And depends on that, you can really make like presentation materials that help you, that serve you the best way. And again, there is so many things like how you can make automated presentation created without actually any manual work, and they will be very personalized. And if you're curious about it, you can just book meeting with me and I will tell you more about it. Like, because this is kind of something we can spend time for that. So maybe we don't have that much time today.
Okay.
Yeah, but then again, coming back to calendar, it works super well for me on LinkedIn. I send my teaser with calendar, and customer book meeting with me without actually even answering to me. It eliminates all the unnecessary steps between interest and converted interest to the meeting. It's really very powerful. I like it a lot, and I'm getting quite many meetings from that.
And you're also quite active on LinkedIn. So
yeah.
I bet it works very well.
Well, this is how I'm getting meeting booked. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but now we'll get to the next stage, and I will tell you how actually I run my sales meetings. So in this way, I open my presentation, and my sales presentation is actually like bigger one that you sent on LinkedIn, because on LinkedIn it's a teaser, and your sales presentation should help you to be ready to answer every question your customer might ask. So in this case, it's not exactly my sales presentation, because like we can show our like customers and so on, some data about our customers. So we use our training page. But like you can see, anyway, this presentation consists, I think, around maybe 30 slides or something like that. Yeah. I can move from slide to slide seamlessly, which means that I can just pick up slide what I want to show. So like the way how, for example, you saw in the beginning when you had the full screen, like in my site, it will be, I will show you how it works. I will show you how it looks. Wait a second. So, for example, this way how a customer would see. But if I want to show to, like if I want to show you how it looks for me now. So this is how it looks for me. So this is the way where you control your presentation during the sales meeting. So I can jump easily, like let's say if every slide would have number, I jump from slide number 3 to slide number 23 without scrolling 20 slides between. I know everyone, I really know that every one of you had situation when you wanted to show, okay, Wovi has some question. Yeah, I will first tell. When you had situation when you really kind of had to show something what is somewhere in this presentation, you start to scroll 10 slides left, 15 slides right, and you can't find it. And it's pretty embarrassing situation. I had this feeling many times. I believe like some of you guys, or maybe all, has this type of life embarrassment. So, and we say that it's pretty much impossible because you have all the slides under your control. And I can tell you even more. It's possible to add slide to presentation that customer will not notice it, even if it's somehow the slide located somewhere else. It's very easy. Customer will not even see that you are changing material. It's as simple as that. It's really like you have full control. And if you look to the screen on the left side, you can control what you show, your presentation on the right, what customers see, and you can also make notes, meeting notes, like basically under each slide, what customer said, like, okay, customer likes that feature, how you remember about it. You can make some note, okay, customer likes the calendar thing. So I put myself, and it's very easy to get it to CRM after that. Or, for example, we just onboarded new salespeople, and it's very helpful for them because under each slide, they can actually, can be notes. And it basically, when they come to meeting, they show some slides, and they actually, there is some handout for them to what to tell actually about this, for example, feature about iframe, what we use. So it's very helpful, even like basically to make your new team members to make results faster.
And not even new team members. I think if I would now throw Tim under the bus, I would ask him, so how does Google Analytics work in Seidat? And Tim probably doesn't know it as well as I do.
Exactly.
So Tim will have slide notes that he can read. So that's how it also helps people who are not new to sales, or even if they think that they know your product like their own pockets, it's still helpful because sometimes you just get a brain freeze and you don't remember what you were saying or how something works, and then you can just cheat. You just read from there and nobody will ever know that you're cheating.
Or for example, like if you want to tell to your customer how a project is developing, so like you don't know actually as a salesperson might be, but you're still kind of communicating with different teams and so on. But you have just notes like under slides that you created, which tells much more. So basically it helps you to look professional in front of your customer in any situation.
Exactly. Now we are ready for a question. Louis, feel free to open up your mic and just ask the question.
Yeah, I have a whole lot of PowerPoint presentations at the moment. And how much time is it going to take me to convert this? And does it look this good right away, or how does that work?
Sorry, could you repeat? I'm not sure if I understood.
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I see this presentation here on the slide. I have a whole lot of PowerPoint presentations. Like, how would I go about converting all of them into this format?
Perfect question. Yeah, let me show. Yeah. So in this way, you just go like when you have your PowerPoints and you want to get them to Seidat, you just click import PowerPoint. So as simple as that. You choose file. Basically, it will be presentation in PPT format, and you import it to Seidat, and you decide like will it be like as a screenshot or editable presentation, depends on your needs. You can also right away put tags there that it won't be massive, especially like in beginning when you structure your library. Let's call it this way. Some customer call it library of presentation. So you just put again sales, marketing, and so on. So then it comes to Seidat as a presentation, which is Seidat, and you can continue work with it. You can structure, make it from linear to matrix structure to make it looks like a Seidat presentation.
Exactly. And I know that many of you probably have PowerPoints that you have been using quite a while, and it would feel stupid to start using Seidat and then recreating everything. It doesn't need to be that hard. You can basically import every material that you have and then just start using them. You don't even have to do any edits if you don't want to, because PowerPoints convert to Seidat like this. So you shouldn't be scared of that it will take you some time and somebody will start crying because the PowerPoints are not used.
Took like one year of their life to,
yes,
to create
exactly.
it, and I have to give them up now. No need for that.
Yes, exactly. So no problem with that. And then You can use Seidat with just basic PowerPoint slides too. It's okay to have just text and pictures and so on. But once you're ready and once you have time, then you can start adding the more advanced features such as calendar embedding or videos and hotspot links and stuff like that. So it's quite easy, I would say.
Yeah, great. I think I will show something what I don't use as a salesperson on daily basis. The reason why, because I'm salesperson. But what marketing people enjoy that I can do nothing with it. It's called brand management. So what does it mean? So in Seidat, you can control your branding. So basically, every company has a brand guideline. You can import it to Seidat, which means that like you can use only particular colors, fonts, styles, weights in Seidat, and no one can go beyond that. So basically, brand managers, which are usually marketing people, they set up that thing and they can sleep tight knowing that salespeople are not messing their materials. So this is like really something what again stands out from PowerPoint, because like you really have control on your branding and you don't worry that like your presentation will look like some cartoon. You know, like when sometimes salespeople are like, oh, I like Comic Sans. Should I write this text in Comic Sans? And like, and marketing people are pretty nervous about it.
Yeah, even I don't have that much of a designer eye that I would trust myself that I could create slides that looks like our brand. And that's why I usually copy slides that have been made by somebody else and then just edit the text. Can you show us how to easily use other people's materials while you're using your own presentation?
Definitely. Like if I want, for example, to add some slide, it doesn't really matter in the situation what slide. What I do, I just put, I can create, just clicking add new slide, or I can take slide from Ben, which means that like you basically can find whatever presentation where the slide was used. For example, let's say, like as all of us, we are running, like we have our ICP, which means that like we have customers which are in many ways similar. So which means that we also created for them some materials that you can reuse later. So what you do, you open, like, again, it doesn't really matter what presentation in this way. So I can just take material what created by Sauli in our team or by Heikki or by anyone and take it to Seidat by just clicking like that. If I want to take more slides, I just click and the slide appears here. So now we also have such thing as smart slide. It's very interesting feature. There's two types of slides in Seidat. Normal slide that works same way as every other slide in PowerPoint, for example, and smart slide. So difference between them, like sometimes you want to edit your materials, but some slides they don't need editing on case base. It means that, for example, it's about something about your feature, about specification of your product, or about your team. You don't update this type of slides. So you keep them as a smart slide. But sometimes you need to update the slides, like you got new feature or design, like your user interface changed. So what you do, you just update one slide and magic happens. It updates the slide everywhere in all presentations where the slide exists. So usually before, like if you have some new generation of your materials, you have to call to every salesperson and tell, hey, Jaakko, hey, Mikko, like Nick, please remove the slides and put the slides and you can use them. And in reality, that, like, for example, like Mikko will forget that he didn't read this email, he's too busy to mess with his presentations, it looks already fine. So Mikko is running the sales meeting with like irrelevant materials for years. Instead, it's impossible because smart slide editors can edit the slide and it will be changed for everyone. Not only for Mikko, Jaakko, but also to customers to who you send this like before if you wish. So it will save not hours, not days, it will save weeks of your life in updating materials in like basically for your sales and marketing needs. And how it works here, you just like you can see there is in some slides I don't have chain, and some slides in the right upper corner I have small chain. Small chain means it's smart slide, which means that if I want to update them, sorry, I clicked play, but if I want to update it, you ask me, do I want to convert to normal slides or edit smart slide? In this case, I can choose, but you can set up this like salespeople can't edit smart slides. They just can't do nothing with them because they are like concrete things that only marketing people can change or sales director. So in this case, like I want, for example, to edit smart slide. I can change, for example, our core values to our core features. And I'm saving it. And it means that every other slide that was smart slide will change automatically here. So I don't have to go through every presentation and change the thing. So as simple as that. Guys, I hope like if I tell something a bit confusing, you're gonna ask me, okay? So please don't be shy to drop me, hey team, you're talking too much so fast. So please, can you slow down and explain it a bit better? So please ask me if it's needed.
And also, we still have not got even one hard question. So that's what I'm looking for. I have the same webinar in Finnish with our colleague Heikki, and we got some tough questions there. So I'm waiting to put him also in the top spot. I know how to answer everything.
Yeah. Let me be stressed here.
That's what we're waiting for here.
Alexandra, do you have anything to ask? Sorry for pinning you. Just unmute yourself if you have something.
Well, what was the toughest question that you had in the Finnish webinar?
Oh, that should be asked from Heikki. I think I am too well prepared for any questions, as I am the person who gives user training, so I know everything. But for Heikki,
too much.
yeah, I think for Heikki, some questions that were very related to him maybe were hard. But for me, I will now be completely honest. People were asking about Seidat's e-sign feature, which basically is electric signature that you can have in your presentations. And they were asking me, is it, I don't remember exactly how the question went, but how is it like regulated, or if it's like
compliant.
Yeah. And I know I have seen this one word that it's according to some European Union directive, EIDAS compliant. Now I remember the word, but in the webinar I did not. And I think I blushed a lot, and then I was like, yes, it is very reliable, trust me. So that was a hard question for me, but now I know it's EIDAS compliant. I still don't sound like I know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I do.
Yeah, in reality, so even so, like sometimes customer ask me, oh, so you said like you convert presentation into proposal, like, but it's a presentation. I said, okay, like if you can find where it's written in the legislation that presentation should be boring A4 document created in Word with many letters, I will give you a beer, or I will buy you a beer. But like no one still asks any beers from me. The reality is that like it's about sharing information. So let's say that as a presentation, being horizontal slide with beautiful images there, it's still legal document. And you can put like all the terms and conditions, you can make them as a hyperlinks to, for example, to your cloud where they stored or to your page. So it's a legal document that you'll be able to manage. It will be signed, and it's also kind of cool thing that sometimes you don't know all the decision makers. Maybe you don't know always that CFO has to sign this proposal, like what you show to customer. So even if you don't know about that, your customers can forward to CFO this proposal for signing, and you'll be able to follow. Is everyone who kind of basically you see like, okay, like let's say there is some 4 signees. How many of them signed and who are these people who signed? And there is, for example, one email still hanging. So maybe you have to find who's the CFO and remind him, hey, you basically like should sign this proposal, or all your other team are signed, and there should be no problem. So you'll be able to follow that and keep all this tracking. Basically here in eSign, okay, we don't have much here, but here is like one proposal, which was test proposal, but you have all proposals here. And on your email is a hard copy, which means that Seidat proposal won't be Seidat presentation anymore after it's signed. It will be converted to PDF. And basically you can kind of keep in your like some accounting systems and so on as a legal document in PDF format. You don't have to worry that there is link or not link.
Perfect. Tim, if we continue with the same theme, what is the hardest question you have got? Like you have been working for us almost 2 years now. So during the whole, I think you've had many sales meetings, but what has been the hardest
Oh.
one?
Okay, well, this is really tough. I don't have actually I wasn't prepared for that. Thanks, Emma. Yeah. I think it's like in reality, like I'll be totally honest, like no marketing here. Is it like the toughest thing is like when customers asking, like actually trying to compare with some tools, they're like competing with us or something, because like it's sometimes like not easy to answer, because like I always kind of I never said that this tool is like bad. Like this tool is good, but we just like maybe bring value different ways. Say that it's really good for sales and marketing teams, but Google Slides and PowerPoint are perfect presentation platforms for like your engineers to like whoever in the company. So like I'm not gonna tell like it's really like something like bad. You should not use it. But if you're a sales and marketing professional, you definitely have to think to start using tools that created for your professional purposes.
We have got some questions.
Okay, cool.
If we would use a sales presentation as a leave behind after sales meeting, first question about that, how is the sharing controlled? Is it time set or just turn on, turn off the link sharing? First that. So after a sales meeting, you send out some materials, maybe meeting minutes and so on. And then you send them as a link like this. Tim is writing there who he shared the presentation with. There we go. And now let's say that this is a material that you want to be sent out only so that Alexander can access it for the rest of the month and not after that.
Yeah, so what I do, basically, I put calendar. So like especially, yeah, expirational date. So for example, if Alexander is sharing some proposals, its validation is till the end of the month. What you do, you just put this date as expirational date. If your customer didn't sign proposal till the time, the link will expire. If you just want to have control that, like for example, you don't want that customer will see this presentation anymore, what you do, like just like let's say tomorrow somehow you want that the customer won't see it anymore. I just delete it. And that's it. And you don't delete presentation because it's still there. You just delete link. You just taking away access to this presentation, to this, not the presentation, but to this particular link. Because, like for example, how I do, if I want to track, let's say that we were like some 5 people on the meeting. I want to kind of maybe they work in different department and my communication kind of somehow splitting on some way. I create for same presentation several links. And I'm able to follow, for example, here is for Annette, here is for Janne, here is for Mikko. So I'm able to follow who see, and like, again, like I can take access away. But basically, they will, all of them through different links, they will access the same material. And what is important, Alexander, is that you can edit materials even after you send them. Let's say you made some mistake and you put, okay, I hope you never do this mistake, you put wrong like price to the offer. And I think like it would be pretty embarrassing, like if you realize it in 2 minutes and you send as a PDF, for example, you can do nothing. You kind of just have to kind of be really embarrassed and say, hey, sorry. It's like actually forget about this presentation. I have a new one for you, this new offer.
This sounds like I'm lying, but today I sent out an offer this morning and I write the word modified in Finnish and I have written it in 3 places in a wrong wording because apparently Finnish is not my strongest asset, even though it's my mother language. And then I got the notification that Emma, your offer is being viewed. And I just went and, you know, like you want to see how the offer looks like because you're kind of excited. And I went to see, and then I'm like, oh, it has a lot of spelling mistake. I went, edited it. I don't know if the customer made it to that page where I had the spelling mistakes, but I edit them, I saved the slide, and now they might not even know that I made this mistake in the morning.
Exactly. And same way you can even like, let's say your sales process is continuing, your sales cycle is long. Like we have customers who run sales process for some 6 months, 1 year, like really big deals. So what they do, they continuously have to share more information with the customer because customers have to ask this and that question. And maybe there is different departments are joining the sales cycle. So what you do, you just add to the same presentation more slides that addressing these questions. So, and there is no old version. it's impossible. Like you will be worried, like, are they actually viewing my newest version of my materials, or they like some might view something like my PDF that I shared like some like 3 months ago, because there is no old version. All versions are new because you update them and they're always updated.
Exactly. Alexander had 2 questions in the same question, kind of. So if we have custom pricing, can I share a pricing page with my team where they can add and delete different prices and add-ons? We do this, so it's not about pricing because we have a license pricing that is all well, nearly almost the same every time. But in our offer pages that we use, what team uses and what I use, we have template pages which have some selling points. Like, for example, hey, Alexander, we talk about this. You really liked brand settings, smart slides, and presentation view. Maybe you didn't like all of them. You still use that template slide or master slide and just delete the points that were unnecessary. So basically, you would have, I'm going to show on Tim's computer. Let's say that this is, I'm losing your mouse. Okay, here we go. Let's say that this is now offer presentation where you would have a custom pricing page. First, I find, all right, there is no pricing page here. What I do is that I add it from the slide back. And now I go here and search for the master presentation. This is something that you should always have in your Seidat team. Mine is called, I don't know if Tim even knows that I use this. It's Emma Roska slide, so meaning Emma's trash slides. So for me, it's easier to find it with that.
No one will ever open who is interested in
exactly.
that.
Nobody even knows that I'm using it. But what it has smart slides that I know that are always updated. But if I need to do some specific changes in this presentation or this pricing, then I will copy that smart slide. I'm just going to use some random offer here. Let's see if there is an actual pricing page. There might
you can
be.
pick up whatever. I'm like,
We could do one-off onboarding project content. All right, I added it here. And now I just edit this pricing. Let's say that let's put 4 more K there and press save. And now this is only saved in this presentation, nowhere else. So that's how you can change it in one presentation at a time. If it is a smart slide, the change will be happening in all the presentations, but you can always go and unlink the smart slide feature. So let's say this is a smart slide. I still want to edit it. I click unlink smart slide, and now all the edits that I make in this specific presentation will not be shown anywhere else. So basically, that's how I would do it, and how I think everybody in our team is doing it.
Yeah, but actually, if you want to give examples of prices to your customers, you can embed calculator.
Yeah, that's also
true. Because in Seidat, you can have many different type of iframes, embedded content. So I don't know if you guys know what is iframe, but it's technology what allows you to add web pages to Seidat, which means that basically, like, for example, like calendar, what we have, or here's actually, here's calculator. And if you have it still open on your phone, it's exactly the same presentation, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can try how it works. So you can, for example, change number of salespeople, or I can do it for you here. So basically, I add number of salespeople and the pricing, and for example, how much you save money will actually get changed. Yes. So the same way your customer can, for example, calculate estimations based on, for example, number of users, or if you have some physical product amount, or they were gonna purchase from you, how it will affect price. Of course, like they hope that like if they buy more, they pay less per item. So this is the way how they can make the calculation. So basically, this calculator is not Seidat, and again, I don't make any advertising, but it's a company called Calconic,
yes,
if I remember correctly. And there is a bunch of different calculators on the web. So you can just pick up whatever service you most like is it cheaper or better looking or whatever why it's appealing for you, and create calculator and just take it to Seidat within a matter of couple of clicks.
Show me.
Yeah.
Show me.
Easy.
Let's not just embed, for example, our website to any presentation.
Yeah. So let's say I want to embed my website here. So edit slides, Here I have like a bit pinkish background as a default. If I want to add some,
because it's the training theme that I use.
yeah, mine would be blue.
I knew that.
Yeah. So I just want to add iframe. So I put here. I will copy paste now our web page URL. Here we are. I just stretch it. Of course, like the slide might look much better. I can put some cooler backgrounds there, add some signs, like for example, like I just save it and play. So here is web page, and you use it same way as you would use web page. Or if, for example, I want to add some text, I just edit slide. I just take text box. I write. Here is our. Okay, I have too small font, but yeah. For example, I can change font to what I like. For example, some, yeah. Yeah, it's basically just like edit like whatever you want to write. Here is our web page to learn more. You just save it. You click here. You want like basically like same way as works in any other presentation platform. Change font, is it bold, or how you want it will look. So it's simple as that. And this same way you can basically put whatever you want. So is it like your web page, or is it calculator, or is it calendar, or is it YouTube video, or is it like something like, I don't know, some sandbox what you created for your customer, or like quite many, or you want to put some form when you want to make some survey of your customer, what's actually their needs, because it's also can be done directly in Seidat. So like it's more about your fantasy and your needs. So what you put there.
And as you just saw from that example slide that Tim just created, we really need Seidat in our lives. That looked awful.
Yeah, but it's like it's fast and dirty. So like basically, well, I can change background and so on. We don't can spend time for
your
that.
brother.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for the questions, Alexander. If you have any more questions you want to ask, just feel free, or anybody else. We have time here, and we are ready.
Ready to answer.
We are ready to answer. But all right, while we're just at here.
Sorry?
But while we're here, what is something else that you get asked a lot?
Yeah, I think that sometimes also it's asked about users and how you manage them. So in Seidat, okay, Amy asked questions, so I will tell this, and then Amy will answer your question.
Yes.
So for example, like you can add users, and basically it's unlimited amount. If you're a huge corporate, it's still they can be all in Seidat. And of course, like as like whatever team you have, you want to keep control on what people can do there. I mean, you don't do micromanagement, but it's more about helping them, like maybe to save their time and that they will not be bothered by some brand management or whatever. So basically, you can assign different type of roles. Like, is it brand manager, is it editor, or is it owner? Or you can just like basically like for everyone, you can change it. So depends of access level, you can decide like, is it person can just use your material, for example, during the meeting, or send them, or you want this person will be able also to edit materials like normal slides, or you want to give rights to edit smart slides, which probably would be some leadership in your company or marketing, or is it brand manager? So all these things you can decide for every user what role this user will have in your team. So like, for example, when you have SDR guys, so basically sales development representatives, maybe there is no point for them to edit presentations. So you just make them viewers and sharers. So they will just like send intros in LinkedIn, and that's it. Or you want to kind of make them more personalized, which is I'm really advising you to do that, to give them rights to personalize normal slides. It's really like very important. It will make very big difference for you. So they can like really put some text presentation look personalized, like there is logo of customer, there is some text related to this customer, and it will help you to be more successful in communication and build trust. So you just give them editor rights, but not smart slide editors. So and so on and so on. Depends on your needs. You can adapt and build team the way it works best for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Emmy's question was, how does the Salesforce integration work? And I think this question is more to me because I just don't want to throw him under the bus once again. So I'm going to take this question. We don't have a direct integration with Salesforce, at least ready-made solution yet. But how any CRM or any other program platform can be attached to Seidat is via either Zapier, direct API, or by using a tracking pixel. So, for example, if we want to use Salesforce as a CRM, and we want, for example, automatically create presentations from click of a button from Salesforce, we would do that the easiest way with Zapier. So you create an automation with Zapier, you have Salesforce there as a trigger, then you have Seidat as the activity, I guess that's the correct word, and then you click a button, maybe move a deal from one stage to another on HubSpot, Salesforce, sorry, and then it will automatically, for example, create a presentation and say that add some name, maybe deal size, whatever you have on Salesforce.
From CRM, yeah.
Yes, and then bring back the same presentation with a link to Salesforce. That is an example what we've done with different CRMs with our customers through Zapier. Of course, basically everything is possible with direct API, but it always requires a bit more work. I don't know about Salesforce, but at least HubSpot has, and many other CRMs have this kind of tracking ID with what you can track different sites. So basically, if there is a tracking ID, you most likely can have it in Seidat if you add it to your Google Tag Manager and then have the Google Tag Manager code in Seidat. But as you can see here, it's a big hierarchy here about how it works, but the easiest way to do anything is through Zapier or having Google Tag Manager in the between. And automations are very easy to do with Zapier. Even if you don't know how Zapier works, you can create a free account there and you can just have your CRM there, and then you can have Seidat there, and you can just explore the options without you actually having to create the automation or pay for anything. So I really success that go to Zapier. I also don't get any advertising money from this, but
You should.
I should just go to Zapier, log into your CRM, log into Seidat, and see what is possible there.
Yeah, so basically just summarizing that Zapier is a layer that helps you to connect tools without actually coding. So
Yeah.
like you definitely save your time and nerves on that, and like make basically in many ways same job. Of course, depends on your needs.
Exactly.
But if you user of Pipedrive, we have native integration, so everything flies quite well there.
I'm so sorry. I'm showing you guys a Finnish language page, so I'm just gonna do this and let's pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah. So basically, like it's pretty easy and simple and quite intuitive tool. So like even person without any coding skills can do it, like me. So we both could do it. So you definitely can.
Exactly. All right. I think we are running out of time. What I'm showing you right now, right here, is Tim's calendar. So if you open the presentation with your mobile phone in the beginning, you can now go ahead and book a time from Tim's calendar if you want to hear more. I also added this slide to the Google Meet chat, so feel free to use it from there and book a time from there. And also, if you are our existing customer, I know some of you are there, just contact me and I will help you out with anything you need.
Definitely. Unless you have one last question, I think then we could go to finalizing this very nice webinar. Okay, so social media, I was wondering who is that. Yeah, but yeah, so definitely follow us on social media. We are also posting some content that like will help you. Doesn't matter do you say that or not. From sales point, I mean sales process point, like some tips how to make your materials more attractive, how to run sales faster, easier on hybrid mode, on remote or face-to-face. So quite much of very interesting content, what I encourage you to listen. We have also, we are running webinars, but we also have Paulus, our CEO, who is like professional with like decades of experience in sales, who's sharing, quite keen to share his experience. So feel free to get information there, enroll to our other webinars, to our user webinars, and contact us if you want to know how Seidat could help you to reach your goals with less effort, faster, easier, and more successful.
Yes. Next time I'm having a user training webinar. If you want to go through step by step how Seidat is being used, it's going to be next week in English. So feel free to sign up. And before we end this thing, I'm going to just step down. This is how it would look like if I wouldn't be sitting on or standing on a box the whole webinar. So
yeah, like we actually had technical problem finding box for Emma that she will stand on it.
Yeah, but I didn't fall, so that's also nice.
Yeah.
So thank you all for the webinar, and don't hesitate to ask us any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.